All right, this is episode 57 of the Appy Hour. Let's go ahead and run it off. So, Logan, who are you working with right now?
I'm working with network computing solutions. Is that what you were asking?
Yeah,
me?
that's what I was asking. Yeah, I was saying, if you guys want to go ahead and introduce Bryce.
Yeah. Well, this is Bryce. He's with Network Computing Solutions. He's the owner here. So that's who I've been working with. We've been working together for about 6 months now.
Where is that based out of? What market?
In Topeka, and then we also got Lawrence and Manhattan.
Tell us a little bit about working in that market specifically.
Yeah, so it's different than some of my other clients, I would say. It's definitely a smaller market, so it's kind of different in that, a lot of people have heard of us before, which is nice. It's everybody kind of seems to know everybody around there. So that's something that I've noticed that is
a little bit more local.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So
Than a Boston or something.
Yeah,
Crazy.
and you can kind of use that to your advantage.
Yeah.
So that's
nicer.
nice.
So they're nicer people.
Exactly.
Is what you're saying. Okay.
All right, Bryce, what stuck out to you about Arsenal that made you want to work with us?
I would say I liked Aaron, the video that was super cool, and he kind of down to earth seemed. And then I would say the way things are structured, as far as it seemed like having a single guy kind of stick with us and everything like that. I've been with another company before that. I don't know. I was with them for 12 months and probably had 6 different people. So
yeah, that's crazy.
Just some of that, and I think just the way that it's structured, and then honestly, just I think the how everybody kind of seemed down to earth that I talked to and everything like that. It was important for me.
Okay, all right. Kaden, you got any questions for Bryce?
How is working with Logan really? Now that you're in front of him.
Yeah, I think it's been great. You know, I
He's
do.
a cool guy, I guess.
It's been really good. I think I don't know. It may have been the first day or two. He sent me a text or a Teams message, and just was. I really appreciated that. I really like it. I mean, I work all the time, and so like I'm available to be texted or called or Teams. It doesn't matter. And I just appreciated that. In the follow up, he got a meeting. I could tell he was excited about getting the meeting, and he sent that message over. I appreciated that, and it's been really good.
Yeah, I think it has been really good. And being very responsive to any questions that I have or any information that I need has been great. So thanks for that. It makes my job easier.
Yeah, no problem.
So, Bryce, do you think cold calling is dead?
No. Yeah, I mean, I maybe should have one of my sales reps here. He tells me all the time, like, oh, I can't go walk into businesses. I'm like, yeah, that's not true. So, but no, I do not. I definitely think it's alive and well.
Okay, and not to pull it apart, but what would you say? The difference between working with Arsenal sales, other than hiring within Arsenal versus new hire.
Yeah, I personally don't have the experience in-house to be able to even teach somebody or even manage somebody for that matter. So even if I hired somebody who'd been doing it for years and years and years, I don't have the experience. And in our business, we want companies to outsource some of their expertise in the IT side of things over to us. And so like these guys are the experts. Why would I not outsource to experts in this area? This isn't what I do. So
what is your ideal appointment, Bryce? What is the ideal thing that you're looking for when you're walking into an appointment?
I would say, just having an openness that they're willing to sit down and at the table. And so far, every meeting that we've been to, it's been a very refreshing. From our last company we were using was just everybody was there expecting us, and not every one of them was looking for exactly what we offer, but at least they were there and willing to talk to us. So I think that that's big. And then for us, somebody who is concerned about cybersecurity, so that's an area of expertise we feel like we have that we can help clients. And so being able to see that most of the vendors around us that are like us don't offer some of the stuff that we offer, and just having an openness to be able to listen to us on some of the things, because some of the clients, they just don't know what they don't know. And yeah, so.
Okay.
Yeah.
And so, Logan, from your side, what is something that Bryce does differently that maybe other clients, could take a page out of his book, or what's something unique about your guys' process so far?
Yeah, I think it's a more simplified approach. I mean, especially if a company that I'm talking with is kind of all in a fully managed environment. It's pretty simple to pitch the services that we offer with the NCS Guardian package. And so, that's something that makes my job a little bit easier to convey in terms of, if somebody's asking me, okay, what are some of the things you guys do? That's kind of the place that I try to start with. So,
how did you first hear about Arsenal, Bryce?
One of your reps here called on me.
Yeah.
for how long?
A little while, but I was aware. I mean, it wasn't like the last one. I was like, I guess it wasn't like the last one. You finally caught me at the right time. I had been getting the voicemails. I just wasn't returning them. But I was hearing and thinking, and then went and did some research. And I'm part of a peer group, and so it was getting closer to the end of my contract, and went out and did some research, and just on my own. So I was, even before actually talking to you guys, I was pretty sure I was going to move forward with you. I mean, so.
Okay. And what would you say, maybe let's talk about, maybe a short-term goal or a long-term goal. What does the next year look like? What do the next 5 years look like, as of right now?
Next year, I mean, as far as revenue goes, I'd love to be up around the 5 million in revenue. We are on track for about 4.4 this year. So yeah. And then 5-year would be around 10 million in revenue. Now, difference being, if you'd asked me a year ago, I'd have probably told you that doubling in size in employees from, we're about 20 now to 40. But with AI and everything, I that's changing for me. And so I don't know that I'm going to have 40 employees. We'll just kind of see where that goes. We're heavy in at least the research side of things on AI right now. So kind of seeing where that takes us. I mean, there's a huge market for AI consultants to help other businesses. And so we'll see where that goes. I mean, we I've got in the back of my head, we may not be a managed service provider in 5 years. I'm not sure what that's going to look like. We may be just an AI consultant or, something like that. I'm not sure where that's going to go. I feel like AI is changing the world in such a rapid way.
Yeah, I've been seeing a lot of that lately, especially. I didn't know how much it affects the ecosystem, which is a side note, but yeah. I didn't know everything that went into the prompts and the queues and keeping the machine going. Yeah. I thought that was interesting.
That's a good question in general for this whole podcast thing, is how much, no matter what industry you're in, how much AI has just changed the scope of work that you're in. Like in the IT side, it's insane.
Yeah, I was going to say, Integratech said that they were using AI notes, so that way they were still very engaged.
I mean, yeah, we use AI in here.
Well, yeah, for note taking. Yeah,
insane.
It's very helpful. You got to use it to your advantage.
Yeah, crazy.
I have a question for you guys. Have you guys evaluated AI SDRs in any way, like having a portion of your business doing anything like that? Because there's other companies out there that have AI SDRs, and I'm just curious, if that's an avenue. I would never want to not looking. I wouldn't say that I would be looking to replace people, but I think there's definitely an avenue out there for people that would be looking for that,
Yeah.
and, I think having two sides to the business may not be a bad idea.
That's a great question for Aaron once he gets in here. We'll tell him. But I would say, I don't know. I feel like he's big on kind of real people, real results. It's like that's in our website. So he's all about a more like personable experience, having your own one rep instead of 6, 12, whatever, on a more personal level. Having just one real person is probably more up the scope of what we're doing here. But that's a good Aaron Asher question. We'll ask him once he gets in here after a call. We'll see. Yeah.
I don't know. I remember a couple of weeks ago, Roger, one of the other managers, he called somebody and the guy was like, "Is this AI?" And Roger was like, "No, sir. This is not AI." And the guy was like, "Oh, well, you just sounded so great on the phone. I thought it was AI. I've been getting hammered with AI calls."
That's a good compliment. I don't know if that's more of a compliment to him or a bash at AI. I don't know.
I don't know. But it was interesting.
It brings up, something that I hadn't thought about, like the reverse side is that, I am internally, I'm working on developing, we sell a phone system. Well, one of the things that I'm working on is putting AI voice agent at the front end to answer the calls. Well, I'm curious how that's going to affect, like when you are making calls or any of your reps are making calls, like what that looks like. How do you guys get through that and different than a human, that you're talking to. I'm curious where that goes from the side of you guys making calls in,
I've had a couple of those for you, actually. There's been a couple prospects I've been trying to get to, and it'll pull up an AI. Whatever name AI. How can I help you? And I guess they haven't installed sales blockers in it yet because I was like, transfer me to this person.
Operator.
I didn't. There wasn't a dial by name or anything. I was like, transfer me to the general manager. Okay, here you go.
Crazy.
So if they at that rate, that sounds like a great idea.
Yeah, I was
love
going
it.
to say,
there you go. All you have to do
It's
is
working
just,
to your
get me to
advantage.
the right guy.
But then they'll start putting sales blockers on, and please put us on the do not call list.
Give me the CEO's mobile.
Yeah.
So I guess another one of my questions that I love to ask, what is your proposal process like? How long does it take you to write it up? How long does it take you to send it? Walk us through that a little bit.
5 minutes.
It's pretty quick. I remember
That's
the
good.
first meeting or the first couple meetings actually, because we had talked on our onboarding meeting and we were like, okay, this is typically what we do where we see the most success. And the first meeting, we went out there and probably within 30 minutes, I had a proposal in my email.
I was going to say, okay, so how are you delivering them so quickly?
Yeah, so basically it's our I've got our template built out inside of our quoting software, and got it to a point where it's pretty much I need to know the number of users and if they've got any servers and all calculations. It figures up what the one-time costs look like, any of that stuff. So I go input a few pieces of information and it'll output the quote. Typically, as soon as we get a meeting, we'll input the client into the system, so that's already there, kind of ready to go when we get back and ready to build the quote to send out. So it's pretty easy. It does take another step from, since I'm no longer going on the meetings, Dalton, when he goes on the meetings, it adds a layer because he basically goes in and I've got basically a web form he goes and fills out and then submits that to us to give us all the information. And then I typically do all the quotes from there, at least on the Arsenal ones. I've been doing all of them, but I've got another guy that does them for everything else. But.
Okay, so yeah, a template. I think that's got to be efficient, obviously, if you're doing it that quickly.
Yeah.
But I think that's one of the things that some of our clients run into is they get really too intense on writing up their proposals, and maybe a week or two goes by, and by that time, you're already out of their head. And so being prompt, another testimonial we did, the client said, if you're slow at response rate now,
Quicker the better.
yeah, when I'm your client, if I'm slow in responding, then, what does that show? So efficient, fast proposal process seems to be the golden ticket a lot of the time.
And I think that software that you use looks really nice too. It makes it really easy for any prospect to just sign it. I agree with you. The difference between taking a week or two to put together a proposal and a tool like that is huge.
What was it that made you work with Logan? Did you pick Logan, or was Logan an available rep? Kind of talk us through, intro to Logan and maybe your relationship his relationship with you as a BDR. Has he been coachable? Is he a part of your team? Is he on your website or anything like that? How's the structure between you two?
Yeah. So I think he was recommended by Sam, I believe. And yeah, when we first met him, I mean, I thought it was great. I again felt like he down to earth and good guy. Seemed like he would be the type of guy, if I was to hire somebody, that would be who I'd look to hire. And then the relationship, I mean, like I said, it's been real good. Yeah, he's got an email address with us and communicate over Teams all the time. He's not on the website, but I don't have any of my employees on the website, so it's not abnormal for that. So yeah, but it's been a really good relationship. I mean, he I don't know how many clients he Teams is on a weekly or every other day basis, giving me updates on clients, because we had a few that, I mean, I think there's been some the lists that we've been working off of, at least in the beginning, were thrown him off. We have a weird situation. It's super odd. We've got another so we go by NCS, and there's another NCS in Topeka that just throws a whole wrinkle in things for when he's calling on
Are
clients.
they in Topeka or are they in Manhattan?
Well, they're in Manhattan. They actually have an office in Topeka, but most of they're out of Manhattan. Their headquarters is, but yeah.
Have you worked with anybody in lead generation before?
Yeah.
And kind of compare us with that. How was that experience versus this one?
It was so main differences. Obviously, I had a bunch of different reps calling for me. And other thing I can say is that almost every single meeting we went on, the person either didn't know we were coming or acted like they didn't know we were coming, wasn't at the meeting, or I could clearly tell when I got to the meeting, they just took the meeting just to get the person off the phone. And I don't want to be there. Like, I'm not a high pressure salesperson. Like, I'm not trying to, if you don't want me to be here, I don't want to be here. Right. I'll find somebody else that wants me to help them out with something or partner with us. And so, that was just really frustrating. It was getting really tiring of going to meetings, and it's just like, they don't want me to be here. I don't know why I'm here,
So on the flip side, I guess you're not running into that issue
not once.
with Logan at all.
No, not one time. Yeah.
I have a similar personality. I'm not a high pressure person either. I want to make sure it's a good fit, good opportunity.
Yeah, that's, I think, one of the things that I talked about in the beginning. It's like the other company had all these quotas that they wanted to hit, and I it's great, but I would much rather have quality appointments than quantity for us. So
for sure. So you picked, did you pick flat rate or revenue sharing with Logan, or, and tell us why you may have picked one or the other?
Revenue sharing. I think it's, although we don't do a lot of commission work internally type situation, I think that, I hopefully, as he does better, like, he should be rewarded and rewarded well. And that's, kind of believe in that model. And so, that's mainly the reason I picked that.
Do you feel like Arsenal is worth the cost?
Yeah, I think so. I think, there may not be a lot of, hard ROI yet. But I also understand that, like, it takes time. And part of the reason that we switched away, in the beginning, I was doing a lot of the meetings, but we switched that to Dalton, and partly because I've got a personality, like I can close. A lot of these aren't ready to close, and so it makes it tough. It was tough for me because I'm not the type of person to like. I want to go in and just get the deal done, and close the deal. But a lot of these are going to just take some time. It may take multiple meetings. It may, just kind of take some follow up with them for 6 months, 8 months, a year, whatever. It may take 2 years. You never know. And I really do believe that as long as we stay in contact over time, I think it's important we get that quote to them in the beginning so they know what we look like for cost. And then when they have a breach or have something happen, they've got somebody that they can call and know that, hey, I maybe I should have done something earlier, but I didn't, and so we need some help now. And so think that we will have some hard ROI at some point. But yeah.
Yeah, I think we're on a good pace, especially lately. We've been getting a lot of proposals out. So,
Okay, speaking on that, so you said Dalton goes out on these appointments. Logan, how do you interact with Dalton? How does that go?
Pretty much the same way. I stay in touch with Bryce. We have a team chat between the three of us. So anytime I schedule a new appointment, I send it in that chat. And then anything coordinating, a specific meeting. Hey, does this work for your schedule? Or hey, the prospect just asked me if we could push it back 30 minutes. I just talk to Dalton directly on that. But yeah, I mean, I try to keep everything, any big updates together as a group on our weekly recaps. I copy Dalton on those as well because he's obviously pretty involved with the process. So yeah, I mean, I like to communicate regularly with all my clients. I think that's the key to success. And so I'm just pretty much the same thing I do with Bryce, and make sure we communicate regularly.
So I know you do this with a couple other clients. Do you follow up on proposals with Bryce?
Yeah, I mean that's the name of the game in terms of like the group chat. But with the three of us, I mean, we'll try to coordinate. Hey, how do you want to handle the follow up? Do you want to do this, or should I handle it? Especially if there's a clear next step that I know is going to happen when I schedule the meeting. So. Yeah, it really just depends on the opportunity, but yeah.
Okay. Bryce, what do you feel like you do to kind of make an impression? Maybe something that other business owners may want or salesmen may want to use, or something that, unique that you might do to leave an impression?
I would say probably when clients and or employees or other people meet me, I'm pretty passionate about what we do, but I'm also very passionate about becoming a partner with our clients. I think it's one of the most important things that we can do is just find other companies that want to partner with us. And I truly believe that no matter what it is that we're offering, that if we can build partnerships with clients, for the most part, they're going to just trust whatever we're saying goes. And not that I'm just looking for a blind check, but at the same time, like I also, some of the stuff gets super technical and complicated, and to have to try to sell that technicality or complication can be hard. And really, when it comes down to it, they just need to buy from another human, and they need to trust what we're recommending. And if you don't trust us, then you probably should move on down the road, because we're in a, how we look at it, we're in a trust business. I mean, that's you trusting us with your data and everything that you're doing, and your business to some degree, and uptime and things like that. And so sitting down talking to people just about partnering with us is super important to me, because that's what I'm looking for. I don't want it. I say I don't want, but it's hard to sit down and talk with clients that it's like, well, can you just tell me how much it costs? And it's like, it's not really the game that I'm in. I'd rather just build a relationship, if I'd like to get to know you, I'd like to know who your kids are, so that like if I see you out at the soccer fields or football fields or baseball fields or whatever, I can say hi, and then I've got 4 kids, and if you ever see mine, that like you know who they are as well. That's super important to me. So I'd probably be I don't know if it's a differentiator. I've never sat in a meeting with another MSP, but
Yeah.
I can tell you that's what I talk about.
That's a genuine approach, though. I think that trust is a great selling point to have, building trust. We're gonna have Aaron go ahead and join the show.
If you don't mind.
Yeah.
Or I can sit and listen. Hey, it's nice to meet you, man.
Yep.
Thanks for coming to check us
Yeah.
out. I already saw you. What are you guys talking about?
We're just talking about Bryce's kind of approach to getting proposals out and differentiators between NCS and other MSPs.
Cool. Did we talk about what it's been like working with you yet?
Yeah, a little bit.
A little bit.
Did talk about that. We talked about a lot of things. Yeah, we've been very effective in our.
Well, cool. What are you up? You probably already asked, and let me know if we already covered it. What are you up here for?
My daughter has a couple soccer games this weekend, so.
Oh, cool. Where at they playing?
I don't know. I'm staying in, what did I tell you, Westport.
Yeah, Westport.
And
area.
I got an hour drive tomorrow for the first game.
Oh my
so,
gosh.
yeah.
Wow.
I don't know if we're going over to Illinois or something. I don't know where we're going, but
When I think of soccer around here, there's like something in Maryland Heights. There's a big thing off of 141.
There's a lot of big
Is
things.
it Fuse or
yes,
Lou Fuse or
Fuse.
something?
yeah, Lufu.
And then there's also that soccer park off of 44 there.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Well, cool.
a lot of soccer in St. Louis.
What did you think about the building and the tour? Did you get to go to the store and get some swag and stuff, or
He showed up wearing it.
Yeah, I got
You
it.
already had it?
Yeah.
I already
use the
had it.
discount code?
Yeah,
It's kind of cool.
yeah.
Have we need to take you into the little closet. We had a closet.
I didn't take him to the swag closet. We haven't
It's
gone
locked
in there.
down. It's locked down tight.
All
It's this
right.
funky, weird, like little closet. I have no idea what they used it for. But this used to be a school, and trying to figure out what to do with it. And we're like, oh, we could order a bunch of stuff, and people come visit. We could shower them with gifts. So we got like jerseys and Columbia jackets and polos, like anything you want. Come on in there, grab some for your daughter too, right? So when you're going out and setting some of these appointments, I mean, have you noticed? Like, have you ever worked with another appointment setting firm before?
Yeah.
What do you think? Like some of the differences are. Like, what's the good stuff that where are we? What are the pros for Arsenal? Like, what are the cons? What should we be working on? How could we be doing better? And what stands out, if anything?
I don't know if I don't know if I can give you anything to work on. Probably not helpful to you. But
You never know.
yeah. But from I mean, the are used.
I just got done. I was on a phone call with a current client of ours, and they're getting the smooches and the whispers in the ear from these guys.
Yeah, don't.
I'm so sorry to cut you off, but this is funny. He goes, "Yeah, I worked with them a long time ago, and it was horrible. But they're going to guarantee me like, this many appointments by the end of the year, or they'll work for free for me." I was like, "Man, it's like you broke up with her once. Like, do you need to get back together? Do you think it's going to change?
Yeah. What counts as an appointment?
Yeah, right.
I mean, that's what I was telling these guys that yeah, I got appointments, but half, if not more than half of the appointments, they had no clue we were coming. Or the other side of it was that I could tell they didn't want us there.
Really?
It was just they took the appointment to get the salesperson off the phone. Essentially, is what it seemed like.
Yeah.
And I don't want to be there at that appointment either. I'm not a high pressure salesperson. Like, I'm not trying to force you to buy something. So
yeah, totally get it. And what the experience so far with us, you're able to listen to the phone calls and kind of
yep. So
feel
we've
good going in.
Yeah, we feel real good. And then every person that we've gone and met with was expecting us and looking forward to having the meeting. And did every one of them turn into where I walked away and I was like, yeah, I think we're going to get something out of that. But know, but I don't. I know that's to be expected.
Yeah.
But at the same time, like I was telling these guys that you know, you never know that something may turn into something 2 years down the road. So
Oh, yeah.
like you have no idea. So
That, and I don't know, how are you on time? Do you have a little bit more?
Yeah.
You good? One thing that we're trying to encourage a lot of people, because believe me, we go on a bunch of meetings too. Sam Baker's account executive. I worked with him getting started, and he does a bunch. And we'll talk to guys, and they'll be like, "Man, not in the budget anytime soon," or "Yeah, I talked to you, and now like I lost." You know, there's a gazillion different things that could happen. You got to shovel a lot of dirt to find a nugget, right? Doesn't mean that you should never shovel, but we find it super helpful for us and our clients to just give people an actionable contract, you know, and if you're not doing that currently, man, I tell you, it's like the most freeing, liberating thing you can do, because at least for me, I was sweating. I was like, oh my gosh, somebody's going to know how much it costs. And what if it's too high? And what if a competitor sees it and they you know, but it's kind of like selling an iPhone or selling a Tesla, you know, like the dealership experience when I went to go buy a Tesla, because my wife like really wanted a Tesla and thought it was super cool and safe and all that, you know. But I showed up and I bought it in like 5 minutes. They're like, oh yeah, you're Aaron. Like, cool, sign the doc and like freaking get out of here. You worthless person. You're so lucky you got to buy one, you know? And like I didn't have to sit with a sales guy or anything. You kind of ordered it on your phone. So we copied their website pretty hard and have like, you know, hey, you want to sign up? Here's our agreement. But then we started having a bunch of kids and we needed a minivan. Well, like minivans were like super rare and hard because people stopped making them, you know? And again, she like hates getting gas. So she's like, well, it'd be cool if I got a hybrid, you know? So then I had a thing on the internet searching for like, I mean, deep research for a hybrid minivan. And finally one came up and it was in Chicago, which is like, you know, I'm sorry. It's like the worst place for me. So I'm like on the phone calling the guy. I'm like, hey, I want to buy this car. And like that, you never tell a car dealer that because then they know they got you. But I was like, I have to have this car. Like, all right, well, you know, I can only do this. I'm like, fine. And, you know, then they call me back later. Like, actually, it's $1,000 over sticker. And I was like, oh, my God. All right, fine. That's it. Send me the deal. So signed it. Booked a plane ticket. Flew up. They tried selling it to somebody else. I was talking to him on the plane, like on Wi-Fi. No, can't sell it. I put a deposit down. We have a contract. You get there. I had to sit through like 2.5 hours. Like I was just going to pay for it and leave. And 2.5 hours sitting with the F&I guy and they're getting it ready and all that stuff. And I was like, it was just brutal, you know? So for the managed IT guys, we keep hearing about, they go to these seminars and the brainstorm groups and stuff. And it's like, scare the shit out of somebody that they're going to be hacked and breached. And like for, you know, for the first 3 or 4 meetings and then bring them back to your place and give them the price finally. And like, man, they're probably exhausted by then. Wouldn't it be better if you just showed up and you're like, oh, cool. It's like, there's this many computers and this, anything weird going on? No. All right. Well, it's probably, you know, $150 a month, you know, per user. Here's a contract.
Yep.
I would like to work with you. If you don't want to work with me,
Yep.
you call me back when you're ready.
Yep.
Nobody does that.
Yep. Do you have my contract?
Yeah.
No,
Do we?
Just, no.
I don't know if we do. I don't know. Do we?
No, I'm just kidding. We're 150. That's what I was asking.
Well, that's a good price. That's what I think a lot of people are saying.
Yeah.
You know, the guys that won't tell the price, they're like 350 a user seat,
Yeah.
and they try to scare the bejesus out of people. But then you get to the very end, and the culture's a great fit. They like them. They build value in the service. But the guy's like, dude, we're off by like $10,000 a month. Like I can't pay that for IT. But if you knock that on the front end, even if you were charging crazy price, somebody eventually will pay it. But somebody with a better value will win that customer away. But $150 seems to be about the sweet spot. Just give it to them, and if they don't sign it, they're taking a meeting with you anyway. Even if you don't get a great feeling, a month later, 2 months, 3, 6 months later, a year later,
You never know.
people call back and you're like, dude, you know what? That company did that thing again. And now I don't have to ask you to come out and meet with me. Now I just say,
Yes.
hey, can I sign this contract? We're like, will you still honor this deal? And you can, or you can be like, actually, it's another $5 a person a month or whatever, you know, for licensing. So
Yeah.
that's the big thing. I don't know if are you doing something similar to that yet, or
Yep.
I love it. How much in proposals do you guys have out right now? If you had to
I
take a
should have
guess.
calculated it. Probably,
Take a guess.
I don't know. I'm trying to sort through all the appointments in my head so far.
It's all right. Take a second thinking about it.
There's a couple that were a little bit different. I know the one was kind of a. Let me just pull it up.
Oh.
Come on. You never know, though.
Matt, do you have a womp? There we
He
go.
does. One of our most recent closed deals in the chat, Aaron, was Ryan, not IT, different industry for roofing, but he had somebody bite from June or July 2024 proposal, and it just
Yeah, dude, it's just like setting a trap, man.
Yeah,
Somebody's
met
going to
with them,
step on
they
it
actually
sooner or
have a
later.
number, and it might take a year, might take 3 months, but you never know.
Yeah. It's super weird that people won't do that. I don't know why. Were you ever opposed to that before?
No, I've never been opposed to it.
Man,
Yeah.
you're
No, I've never been opposed to it, but I also I'll sit down and tell somebody that, like, look, one, I'm in this to make money. Two, like, you expect to have good service, right?
Yeah.
Well, in order for me to have good service, I got to have good people. I got to pay good people.
Yeah.
You know, and I got to retain those good people. They cost money. They're not, you know, free. And you know, when it really comes down to it, it's like, hey, you like all this stuff that you're getting, you know, all that stuff costs money. Like, I'm not going to be the cheapest on the street. I can tell you that. Like, and most people are like, oh yeah, it makes sense. You know, I mean, and these guys want raises this year too. So, like, you know, like,
yeah. Tell me about it.
It's not going to just keep staying at the same price either. Like, this is going to keep going up, you know?
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. Do you do like 1 year deals or 2, 3?
3-year deals
3 year?
typically. So,
3 deals.
yeah.
3 years seems to be the spot. Logan, what do you think?
I do have an update.
All right.
There's a couple I don't have that I need to talk to Dalton about, but we're at right around 30,000 on what I have.
Oh, money. So it'll come, man. It's like planting a crop. Time to harvest soon. It's awesome. What month are we in right now?
6.
6? Yeah, right on track. That's awesome. That's all. It's nice. I really wish that you would have closed the deal, you know, like earlier on. But frankly, it's like a curse when somebody closes a deal like in the first month, and they're like, "All right, I'm closing deals every month, multiple times a month."
Yeah,
like,
I get it. Yeah, it's like, oh, this is going to be huge, you know? It's
Yeah.
like, we're on this pace, you know? But, no, it's been good. I think we have one that's we have a really good opportunity right now, I think.
oh, cool.
So,
And about how much is that one, you think?
I don't know. Has it been put together yet?
I put it together. I don't know. I got it over to Dalton, so I don't know
Okay.
if he's.
I'll have to get it from Dalton.
Yeah.
Okay. Checking out.
But yeah, it's done. So
Well, good. What are there games tonight?
no games tonight.
What are you
No,
doing tonight?
Don't have plans. So.
Are you guys gonna take them out?
Well, I got to go out of town right after.
Oh, you're
right after I leave.
Kaden, you're taking them out, right? Take them out.
You can.
Yeah, take them out. You got family with you?
It's my daughter.
Just your daughter?
Yeah.
Does she like Adam Sandler?
Yeah.
Do you want to go to the Adam Sandler show tonight?
Sure.
Sure. We've got season tickets to the blues thing or whatever, and it includes some of the concerts. I don't know. Is it a concert or is it a?
I think it's just like a comedy show, but he does like.
You don't
some
have to
singing
say
in
it.
there.
I mean, if you don't want to go, it's fine. We've had somebody say like, "No, I have other things to do." It's okay.
No, I don't have anything planned. But
Yeah, should go out.
I mean,
and
you don't have to, but yeah, I mean, it's.
Yeah, no, that's why we got it, man. Tell somebody's got we bought it for customers, man. Bring customers, have them show them out, and have a good time. You know, does he sing or is he just doing stand up?
I think a little bit of both. He does like that Chris Farley song. I don't know if he does that every concert, but or every show. But
What are you going out? What are you doing?
I'm going down to SEMO actually for homecoming.
Ooh.
Interesting.
Yeah, should be a good time.
Very cool. All right, we'll go out to dinner. Have you gone out to like a nice
No.
dinner yet?
No.
Yeah, we'll go out to a nice dinner. Go to steak.
No.
All right. You think your daughter would want to
I'm sure.
go out to? Okay, cool. Trying to think what else. Trying to pack as much info. I know I totally screwed this whole podcast. I'm sorry. That's why I tried not to join. And nobody wants to have me on it. I think $30,000 is like a tremendous amount. We're very grateful that you came to visit us and even think about us.
Yeah.
It's a total 180. Back when we were at our own old office, we were trying to convince customers to come see us like after the COVID thing happened. And they was like, I'm not traveling anymore. I stopped going to visit anybody. It's like, I don't even visit customers, dude. I do a Teams thing and like, I never want to see anybody again. Like, it takes the fun out of it. You know, you want to get out and see people. What else, Matt? Anything else?
I was going to say, I think we covered pretty much everything. Besides, the one left on my mind was, what have you come to expect on a week-to-week basis or a month-to-month basis with Logan and Arsenal?
I mean, I don't know this for sure, but I feel like we're getting, at least lately, we're getting, a meeting a week, or about that. So that's,
What do you have so far this month, Logan?
3.
3 halfway through the month. Oh my gosh. It's like,
You good?
we had a company meeting last week. We told the guys, hey, we're going to change the comp plan just a little bit, or the goals, so that we're forecasting 3 to 6 a month. Tactical error on my behalf on how we kind of did our flat rate bonuses and stuff. And so anyway, we changed it, and now it's like it's a progressive bonus plan. So if you get 3, you get the 5 is here, 7 is much better. So we're finding that there's a lot of guys who are setting up more meetings, sooner in the month. It's kind of like tracking for a lot of them. You would have thought I shot somebody in public.
yeah.
Which was super. Have you ever had any moments like that?
Oh, yeah.
Deliver bad news.
Oh, yeah.
Take it response time.
Always it's always with my sales rep.
Yeah.
Always just trying to push him a little bit.
Really?
No.
So you him or you actually have a sales rep?
That sells are like printers and copiers. That's all he sells. Yeah, it's always with him.
Do a little bit more.
Well, he does pretty good job, but it's like, man, could you just do your tasks and do the in-person meetings and do the phone calls and actually document them?
Yeah.
He's like, why do I need to do that? I hit my goal.
Because he's closer.
Yeah.
Closers always admin's a problem. The guys who aren't, hitting the goal, they're all over it. And then Sam's like that. He used to be like that. Like Sam, you still have to fill out Salesforce. If you don't fill it out, I have no idea what's going on.
Right. Because then the minute you don't hit your goal, it's like, what have you been doing?
Yeah. Nobody knows. Even if you hit your goal, sometimes it's hard to figure out if you're hitting it because it's not in Salesforce, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, the admin stuff's good. Well, one thing I want to show you before we go, let's go get some more gear so you can take it. And then we're moving over next month into our proprietary CRM, which should be a whole lot easier to use and branded. And we're hoping that, you might like it enough you would adopt it. I don't know what you use now, but it's a partitioned environment. It's totally different Salesforce. You don't have to do the Ring Central logins to listen to phone calls. It plays, you get a push notification. I got a sales meeting. It's on your calendar, but you get a push notification and you say, all right, I'll play this on Bluetooth on the drive-in or, stuff like that. So we're trying to make things better. And if you've got any suggestions, for us or criticisms, maybe that you've been not wanting to deliver on the air.
Yeah.
If there's something that would be better said in private, we always want to hear it, but we're always trying to get better, man, and we really appreciate you coming out and visiting us. Okay? Yeah. All right, Matt. Say wrap it up and kick me out of here. You guys are cool, man. Thank you.